And for example, this can be your room. Look there, that gray building. That was the hotel where I was staying the last week, and this area, this is my nearest area. A very nice, beautiful area. Nice green area here in front of the city hall. Lively street there. Bucheon City Park just across the road, and the nearest metro station there on the corner. And while I'm here still in South Korea, in Seoul, I wanted to talk about prices, because you see, there is one thing that surprised me quite a lot the last year when we came to South Korea for the very first time, and that was how actually affordable travel destination Seoul is. And South Korea is even cheaper than Seoul, the capital. And so now, while I still have a few hours in this city, let's go and I'll show you the prices of usual normal things that tourists need. I'll also show you in a moment what my hotel looked like and how much did it cost. Now let's head for the metro. Bucheon City Hall metro station. I'm not going into the city center, but trust me, prices are more or less the same for all the normal things like transportation, food, cafes, all the most important things that we tourists need. Transportation first. For transportation you need a card like this. You buy it at 7-Eleven or GS25 or CU convenience stores. Here is GS25. Oh, okay, you know, let's look at prices here. What do they have here? A very cool thing actually about South Korea is that they have these promotions at convenience stores, like 1+1, buy this and get one free. So 2 boxes of, what is this? Instant noodles? No, it looks something else. 2.6 thousand. Or 2 boxes of chocolate milk, 1 and 4. Or 2 boxes of this. Or some snacks. Buy 2, get 1 for free. Buy 2, get 1 for free. I can highly, no, not this, recommend you this brand, HBAF. Their nuts are very good. Their almonds, especially the sweet ones. So rice, 2 boxes of rice, 1.7 thousand. What is this? Sausage, 2 sausages, 1.8, 1.9. Yeah, so the card, you buy the card and top it up. 1.4 thousand for the ride, if I understand correctly, and it can go up. You may be charged something extra when you check out, when you go out of the station, if you have gone a longer distance. But 1.4 is the standard. At first I thought that this is an apple, but I believe this is a heart. Okay, no, not going there. And what I find really cool is that also going to the airport and from the airport is very, very affordable in Seoul. Even though the distance, it's huge. It's something like 40-50 kilometers. You can travel for like 2 hours. unless you take the fast train. And the fast train is also very, very affordable. In fact, I took it a few days ago and it was, let me check, €7.51. €7.51 for a fast train to travel from Seoul International Airport to the city center in 42 minutes, I believe. But if you take the normal train, something like €3. Here's the public transport map. I think that it's crazy. It's crazy confusing for a first timer or for a person who hasn't spent in Seoul at least a few months or maybe a few years. But use Google Maps and you'll see what metro train to take. Or use Naver, local navigation app Naver, to get the same information. And in fact, if you want to use navigation for walking around, Naver and Kakao Map are the only options. Google Maps won't be showing you directions to places. And now while we wait for the train, let me show you what room can you get if you are traveling on a budget. For example, this can be your room. In this case, something like 45-50 euro a night. Last minute booking. Big room, big TV, sofa, a big bathtub, separate shower, Japanese toilet. Yes, Japanese toilet, and in a very good location, very near the train station, metro station. And I really like that they have free Wi-Fi at metro stations very often. KT free Wi-Fi. Let's see if it works. It has always been working just great. Okay, yes, it works. And I have also been using Jetpack here in South Korea, testing out a new eSIM app. Normally I use Airolo for internet, but now I have been testing Jetpack. I bought their global SIM for... They need me to log in. I bought their global SIM for just $1 just to check it out. Still loading, so I cannot show you the app, but otherwise working just great. And the internet is not cheap in South Korea. It's almost like 50 or 60 euro for a month, and something like 40 or so for 2 weeks. I'll put the prices here, I don't remember them exactly, but the internet is good, no matter what option you choose, Jetpack or Airolo, or you buy the SIM here on arrival. It's more costly than in many other places, but it's good. And the good thing is that you can also go on without mobile SIM card, like I have been doing this time for most of the stay. I have been just relying on Wi-Fi, and only now in Seoul I bought this eSIM. Let's try to log in one more time. No, but you don't need to log in to use it, you can just turn on mobile internet and use it. I am back at Bucheon. Some of you will remember that this is where the last year, 2023, we spent a whole month in Bucheon. Living very close to this train station, this metro station. And if I have to compare this area of Bucheon station and the area of Bucheon City Hall station, the City Hall station is, in my opinion, a better choice, a more lively area, and there is also airport bus departing from there. Let's go out here, let's go eat something, let's go maybe for a cake. Yeah, I didn't have to pay anything extra this time. But before going for food, let me quickly summarize my thoughts, my experience on accommodation in South Korea, in Seoul. Accommodation in Seoul, it's affordable. It's affordable. You can get a room also for something like 30 euros a night in the city center. It's not gonna be as nice if you pay the same money here in Bucheon, like the place where we have been staying, I have been staying last week, but it's possible. And the good thing about hotels in Seoul and also South Korea in general is that they are nicer for the money. They give you more. You get more for your 30 euro, $35 a night in Seoul than you get in Dhaka, Bangladesh or New Delhi, India. The quality here in South Korea is better. Yeah, I know it may sound strange. You may have been thinking that everything is super cheap in India or in Bangladesh. Yeah, the prices are low, but the quality is also, if you choose the lowest price. Remember that pink room near Seoul station where I was staying? That was cheap and also good. One more tip, I think the most important tip for me when it comes to accommodation in Seoul: try, if possible, book in advance. You'll have more options and the prices will be better. Okay, now food. Let's go for food. Let me first look around. Maybe there is something new. Maybe there is something that I haven't seen before. Prices: 11,000, 10,000, 9,000, 13. These are actually the numbers that you see the most. Something like 9, 7, 10. If it's like 18 or 20, it's more expensive things, but 9, 10 until 14, 15, that's a regular price for a meal in Seoul. The same thing here. If it's noodles, soup, so it's like 9.50, 7.50, rice and some meat and something, 10, 11, 12, up until like 15. For a good plate of good food or a bowl. What do we have here? Looks like an Indian place, because I see curry. Oh no, or Japanese. Yeah, it looks like a Japanese curry. Again, like 12,000, 13,000, 14, 10, 11. I think oh no, I don't recognize this place. I think there was a Vietnamese place the last time, and now it's a Delhi curry. Indian place. Oh yeah, it is an Indian place. So with Indian place, yeah, prices are also up to 15,000. Oh, maybe this is the Vietnamese. Or no, again. But the same story. Starting from 7,000-8,000 up to 10 in this case. I don't know what it's like in your country, but I definitely know that in many places in Europe, in Latvia including, you cannot get good food for that money. You can get food, here the quality in my experience is much better. Pasta for up to 10-11,000. I think I know what I'm going for something that I won't get that easily in other places, but first let me translate. Yes, it's a shabu, it's a hot pot. Okay, I'm trying. It's so good that we can just take Google Translate and translate. So I had to choose what kind of soup I'm going to make and what kind of broad I'm taking. This I believe is something spicy, and this I'm hoping that is just a clear soup. You'll see in a moment what that is. Water is for free, as are all the... This is shabu shabu. Meat you put in and cook the soup yourself. Here we have rice and noodles and an egg. You cook it and then you eat it. And if something doesn't taste good enough, there is no one else to blame but yourself. So 12,000 for that meal. Now let's go and have some dessert here near Bucheon station. I think I'm going to the popular Paris bakery cafe. One of the biggest differences between these two places, near this station and near Bucheon station, is that here there are more old people. At the same time, that area is more young people. Paris bakery is on the other side. Well, I believe there is also one back there, but that one I remember and probably have been to. So, on the other side of the station on a Sunday, people dancing. Nice. Or maybe there was no Paris bakery here. I see Tous les jours, or whatever you pronounce it. Maybe that was the place that I remember. Well, there are many cafes and coffee shops in Seoul. It could be so that there are more coffee places here in Seoul than in any other country, any other city in the world. I honestly have never seen more cafes than in Seoul. I always thought that there are many in Vietnam, but South Korea and Seoul especially beat Vietnam. Ah, I see Paris baguette. Let's go and try Paris baguette. I wouldn't call it my favorite, but it's alright. There are many others. Cakes. 6,000 more or less. That matcha cake looks amazing, and also that chocolate cake. Wow, and that strawberry thing for 12,900. Or maybe we should go big. No, not now. Not before the flight. Well, there is nowhere to sit down. So, how do you go in? To leisure. Delicious cheese. Okay. And the total for this 9,500. Cafe latte and cheesecake. Apple Pay sign, a very common thing here. Well, of course, South Korea is not the only country where you can pay with Apple Pay as much as you can here, but I guess they have to be more visible because of Samsung. Samsung Pay. This is Samsung country after all. So I guess that's why you see these Apple Pay signs more. And actually, speaking of phones, South Korea is the only country where I have seen the foldable Samsung phones being used, especially the one that opens like as a book, the biggest one and the strangest of the phones in my opinion. I haven't seen it being used in any other country. Okay, so going up is only one option. So that means I have talked about accommodation, food, desserts and snacks and stuff like that. Of course, you can also spend more than I have spent, like always, like everywhere. But I'll say this, that in my experience, these more fancy places here, they are not necessarily better quality-wise. So accommodation, food, transportation, snacks and cakes, and then things to do. This, I believe, this depends on you. You can walk around, go to parks, go hiking. There are some very, very nice hiking options here in Seoul. The city is surrounded with mountains, and there are some very nice parks in the city for free. And you can go and do many other things. Will you spend a lot or little will depend on you. How many and what kind of things are you into? There are cheaper activities and there are more expensive activities, same like in all other travel destinations. Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about these basics, these basic things that every one of us need. Getting around, eating and staying somewhere. And that's very, very affordable in Seoul. Now I want to take another train. Not sure if I have enough money here. No. not enough. So let's go and put some on it. Place your T-money card here. Amount, let's try with 3,000. That will make it 4,000. Or actually, I maybe don't need even 3,000. Let's try 2,000. Let's try 2. Let's see if that is enough for me to go to the airport. 3,050. Let's try and go to the airport for something like €2. Super cheap for a long distance. I need Incheon. So we are going to the Incheon airport. I could have taken also a bus, but I like train. Even if that means that I will need to change 3 trains. Oh, I see a live streamer. I see a live streamer. I think this is it. This is for old people. This is for young people. Okay, okay. I need more money. Okay. 1,000 and something. Let's try now. Okay. So that means it was something like 4,000 won to come from Bucheon to Incheon International Airport, the main airport here in Seoul. I have a lot of time, so I think I will sit down somewhere. But before I do that, let's sum it up. Yes, you can do Seoul also on a budget. You can do things cheap here. Seoul can be cheap, especially if for you, similar like for me, it's enough just to be in Seoul because it's Seoul. It's the home of K-culture, K-pop. For me, the K-pop is #1 thing that I like so much about Seoul. And hiking. I like hiking here. Food. I like food here. I like just being in this city. As a result, I don't need much to feel good here in this city and in this country. That's it for today. That's it for this video. See you soon from another country. You know that country. I have been there before. See you.